When you really get down to it, most people are the buy and hold type of investor. I mean, who wants all the effort and the stress of doing something different? And that's fine until you realize there are insane amounts of money that you can make in the short term by day trading. So I'm going to give it a go. $1,000 dedicated to trading. Will I make a load of money, or am I just going to lose it all? Last year, I was in Dubai and I was talking to someone who was heavily invested in crypto. And I asked him, as you do, what is your favorite crypto? His answer to my question changed something in me. He said, whatever makes me the most money. He then proceeded to show me his phone. And he said, when this trade hits its take profit, I'm buying a Range Rover. And I kind of looked at it, I thought, oh, that's really cool, but dismissed it as some sort of like pipe dream. But the very next day, he messaged me to tell me that he'd just bought the Range Rover. So here I am, a person who buys and holds 2 or 3 cryptos and holds to wait for them to go up in value. Meanwhile, I've been missing out on life-changing money, and I almost didn't want to admit that to myself. But you know, I buy and hold for a reason. I don't really like losing. And plus, I hear about day traders losing all their money all the time. And the odds are not in my favor considering I have no idea what I'm doing. And the hardest part of trading is the learning, right? So how am I going to overcome that with everything else I have going on? And I'd love to tell you that I found a mentor and someone to talk me through all the lessons that I could learn, but I didn't. My mentor was me, and my mentor knew nothing. So I thought I'd just get started. I logged into my BitGet account and decided on a strategy. And might I remind you, I've pulled this strategy out of my butt. I don't know what I'm doing here. I decided I was going to use trend lines. Trend lines are very visible lines that you can draw on a chart. Like this. This is a resistance line, showing a point that the price couldn't push up from. And this is a support line, showing a point where the price is struggling to go down from. When you have a resistance line and a support line, the price tends to fluctuate in between them. And where there are fluctuations, there are opportunities to enter trades. You can either bet that the price is going to go up, and this is called a long, or you can bet that the price is going to come down, and that's called a short. So I took this basic information and applied it to a strategy that I created. That strategy was choose the worst performing asset on BitGet, on that exchange at that given time, and basically bet that the price is going to go up on that asset from now on. So I basically took a gamble, deciding that an asset probably wouldn't go down anymore. And you won't believe what happened. I came back an hour later, I looked at the screen, and it read $1,391 in profit. I could not believe that that just happened, so I closed the trade immediately. And just there, $1,000 into $2,391 in a matter of minutes. I've decided I completed trading. I've done it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to do that same thing over and over again because it's a winning formula and I can't lose. I've not completed trading. And sometimes, even when the trade was like $1,000 up, for some reason, I decided to hold on. And literally a few minutes later, all of those profits have gone before I then close the trade at a loss. Obviously, this is why professionals are professionals, and I really am just some guy on the internet. And I was taking loss after loss after loss. And right as the losses were feeling just a bit too much to handle, I was thinking to myself, why did I do this? I don't know what I'm doing. I've completely embarrassed myself, and I don't even think I want to publish this video in the end anyway. So I decided I'm gonna make my final trade. I set the trade and I walked away. I came back to my account and looking through the gaps in my fingers, I saw that my trade was over $3,000 in profit. And the profits were right there to be taken. And I had definitely learnt my lesson from before. I'm not just gonna wait on this and see if it goes higher. I'm taking the profits right now. And that's exactly what I did. And I knew now that losses will happen, but wins will happen too. So even though 4 of the next 7 trades were losses, 2 of them were actually more big wins. And that gave me another $3,000 in profit. And when I think back to the highs and the lows of the last week, it reminds me of the old Lewis. Someone who is blind to the idea of making more money while we wait for the main holding investments to go up in value. And that's the same me that would not have turned $1,000 into $8,000 in a couple of days. And the 2 lessons I can kind of withdraw from all of this is expectation and opportunism. You have to expect to lose the majority of the trades, but you also have to take advantage of the opportunity to take profits. For me, it's never turned out well when I hold on for too long. I'm quick to leave a trade to the downside, and I'm also quick to take profits. That's been the formula that's worked for me so far. I've made $8,000 with the very basic information that you would need to trade. And I admit, I have been extremely lucky, and not everyone else is going to have the same results. But you know what? I'm going to keep going. I even have a trade open right now that could very well take me over the $10,000 mark. And it's only been 5 or 6 days. Remember, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm getting very lucky. Subscribe if you want to follow that journey a little bit more. Bye.